My name is Satvik. Today I am going to explain you the Biology Class 9th ICSE Chapter 2 Cell the Unit of Life. If you have this textbook, it is well and better. This one, Conscience Biology. Conscience Biology. Actually, it is inverted to you. Conscience Biology ICSE. So today I am going to explain you about cell the unit of life. First, before starting the lesson, we must understand how does cell work. You all know cell have its own life. For example, red blood cells. Red blood cells have the life of 120 days. Here it is mentioned. In this chapter, we are going to learn the cell, about the cell, the definition of the cell, the organelles of the cell like endoplasmic reticulum. You are going to study about that. I am going to teach you. Then the unit of life, the protoplasm, the basic difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. Now let's start. What is cell? You have learned that biology is the study of living organism. Sorry, before starting the lesson, the study of the cell is cytology. You must note it. It is actually general knowledge. It is not mentioned in it. But in the first chapter, it is mentioned that the study of the cell is cytology. So let's start. You have learned that biology is the study of living organism. Yes, we all know the biology is the study of living organisms. All living organisms we see in our surroundings. There is a huge range of living organisms, from microscopic amoeba to huge blue whale. The microscopic amoeba is single celled, no? To huge blue whale that lives in oceans and all. But all living organisms have a basic feature in common. They are made up of building blocks called cells. Let it be the amoeba and let it be the blue whale. All are made up of common feature, basic feature that is common is cell. Cell is the basic feature. Cell is a fundamental unit of life. Cell is the smallest basic and structural and functional unit of life. Next, the cell is the fundamental structural and functional unit of the life. Fundamental means base, that is basic, smallest. Structural means structure, and the functional unit, it has certain function to do. Unit of all living beings. All living beings, we all have the cell. Even my hand is also made up of life cell. Leave it, my whole body is made up of cells. It is smallest part of the body of an organism which is capable of independent existence and of performing the essential functions of the life. It is the smallest part of the body. So you may ask, what is the difference between atom and cell? So atom doesn't have life. It may be independent or dependent on certain circumstances, but cell is always independent. Cell have its own life, cell have its function, but atom doesn't have any function to do in our body. It have functions in case of elements and all, but it doesn't work to our body. The cell is the only thing which work to our body. It's an essential for the function of life. It is very essential. Without any cells, how can we live? So cell is essential part of the life. Every organ is in our body. The skin, the brain, the muscle, or even the bone is composed of hundreds and thousands of such cells. Every organ, every part of our body is made up of cells only. You may take the bone, the hair also, the eyelids, the skin, the ear, everything the throat, the lungs, the heart, everything, muscles, even the muscles is made up of cells, made up of thousands and millions of cells. Next, similarly, every part of plant, the leaf, the flower, the root, and even the wood is composed of exceedingly exceedingly large number of cells. Exceedingly large number of cells. The plants have more cells as compared to us. So here, because they here wrote that that is composed of exceedingly large number of cells, very large quantity of cells. Every part of the plant, even the organisms such as green plants is made up of cells only. Yeah, let's take the leaf, the flower, the root, and even the wood is made up of cells. Every cell has its own life. The cells, the red blood cells, the white blood cells, the skin cells, the hair cells, every cell has its own life. It will degenerate and again generated by the pre-existed cell. Like you heard about asexual reproduction in budding. The parent cell remains the same. The small outgrowths come from the parent cell, and it detach, and the offspring lives an individual life, like that only. Similarly, here also cell is arised from the pre-existing. Old and weak cells in the body continually die and are replaced by new cells. Old and weak cells. So we are young, no? Like old people die after some time. Why only old people? Because they are not able to work. The cells of their body is not able to function correctly. Is not able to protect them from any other viral infection. So they die sooner. The old the old persons and all, and they're replaced by new cells. The old cells are replaced by new cells. The old cell degenerate and new cell generate. Cells are so small, that is microscopic, that they cannot be seen with our naked eyes. Yes, it is obvious. Cells cannot be seen through our naked eyes. Even some microscopes cannot see the accurate cell. Only the electron microscope is able to see all the cell organelles, only little bit of cell organelles of the cell. Imagine how small it is, how microscopic it is. It was therefore natural that their existence could not be detected by man until he invented magnifying aids in form of microscope. Here they are telling that till humankind invented the microscope, it was hard to believe that such a small microscopic cells or the organisms or the living part is present in our body or the plants. When we invented the magnifying aids in the form of microscopes, we got to know that every living organism is made up of cells. Most organisms, including ourselves, start the life as single celled. We all start the life as single celled, called zygote. So let's take the human. We the male sperm enters the female egg, then the zygote form. From that zygote we arose, right? The continuous cell division is took place in the mother's womb, so that only we are here. So the egg cell is only the single cell. from the single cell we got the hairs, ears, nose, eyes and all. So it proves that every cell arises from the pre-existing. That's all for today's part 1. For the next part, wait until then. Bye. Goodbye.